me see.
You shall learn to brandish Sorafet with ease.
We'll get through this, Dora. You know, some of these fated prophecies are rather substantial. I shudder to think what might be on a list of major prophecies.
I trust this doesn't make you feel as though your service hasn't been of value, because certainly it has. However, the prophecies listed there are indeed minor in the grand scheme of things.
The grand scheme of things? As in all existence, the unfathomable past, unknowable future? That sort of grandeur, you mean?
Yes. The fates preside over the smallest minutiae and the greatest of patterns. So don't take the idea of minor prophecies the wrong way. A small ripple can become a great wave.
Now you sound like Poseidon. I think that's it. Domname Sion. So mote it be.
You encountered the return of latent memories on that Shade companion who yet haunts your residence. You were certain she desired this, and was prepared to face the truth.
I had seldom seen Dora want for something more, and she has a strong spirit. Wait, were you aware of her past?
I held to my suspicions, but was not for me to speak of it. The complications between gods and mortals started long ago, and now cannot be easily untangled, if at all.
Am I supposed to just accept that my relatives may have been so careless or cruel with all these beings who look up to them? Perhaps Prometheus is right about us gods.
Prometheus makes sweeping condemnations. Live long enough, Melinwe, and you too shall make decisions you regret. Dora certainly has. Some of your relatives surely have as well. All we can do is learn, and move on if we can.
You said some of my relatives. You think others may be more like Dora was, oblivious to the mistakes of the past?
I think they could not dwell on it, especially of late, with harder lessons from the past taking precedence. Perhaps at some point you shall help your relatives make peace with all of this, when they are ready to face their own truth.
Would it be foolish and naive for me to try?
It would be foolish and naive for me to say so.
So blasted quiet now. At first I couldn't tell what changed till I recalled Hypnos had gone away. I was so accustomed to always hearing him in the background.
Wait, you miss his ceaseless snoring? You of everyone at the Crossroads were in closest proximity, so I figured you'd be the most pleased that he's finally home.
Pleased for him, aye. And the auditory change isn't a bad one, but even when things improve, it can be an adjustment.
I'll miss him too, mostly. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable with the nectar from before. It's just, I've always looked up to you, and I'm doing the best I can.
Don't sweat it. Had myself a little drink the other night, and it didn't poison me, as far as I know. So we're clear.
Want any more?
It's all right, guys. She's awake. You see that thing we got in here? It's a dream comforter. Warm, soft, top-of-the-line materials. Soon as you lie down, boom, you'll pass right out. So I've heard.
I never thought of our training grounds as being suitable for relaxation. Though I suppose a calm and steady mind is just as vital as physical preparedness.
That's right. So if you want to doze off, I say go for it. You earned it. My disciples and I would be honored to stand watch. It's what we do anyway.
And I appreciate you all. The oath. By will of night. The ember. Here we go again. For my family.
You've got my everlasting ember, haven't you? Could fairly see its flicker even here. Your way of signaling to your great auntie Hestia and all the rest that you are hankering for boons with just a little bit of spice.
Okay. How's that for you, Revol? Oh. I see you. Now. face you.
They won't know what they've done. You got him. All clear. We're quite the team, aren't we? And that's without Sisters Hecate and Selene backing us up. Shame that we all have to spread out most of the time.
We do have several rounds to watch. But yes, I have to say it's been a pleasure working with you recently. Singing with you, having your friendship.
Now don't get sentimental on me, sister. This is business. And though the world we live in may be looking a bit bleak, at least business is good. It's already within. All right, I'm off.
Let's do this again sometime.
You have grown in experience so much using your craft that you managed even to rouse ever-sleeping Hypnos from his dreams. Mother Nyx has notified me that he is now back at his post, though with considerable makeup work. Night Bloom.
Together we shine. Let's have a look around.
Keeps on lending us hand to deal with what he did to us, but still, I reckoned he'd be back to his old self by now, but mayhap you scrambled him enough that it'll stick. Think you could do that to me, Mum?
Done here. Pylons are nearby. barrier's almost down. That was the last of them.
I noted that your father and I thought of something suitable for Kronos, for I do not want him here. He shall preside over the Isles of the Blessed, near to Elysium, in your domain. An honorary post befitting one of his experience.
Yes. All right.
To do away with all that Kronos gold, another age or two. Not that you're slow, mind, or that he minted an awful lot of coins right quick.
And we're off.
Shall we?
So you can mess with how things work at night? Between the feeling in my gut and the nonsense you've been talking, I can tell you've been up to no good. You some kind of witch.
Since you're finally wising up to our true strength, know that you violate the will of Night herself by standing in my way.
See, there you go again with all the fancy talk. But hey, I could go for a fancy meal just as soon as a tough piece of meat. Maybe you're both.
Let's think again.
Revol's empty.
What's that?
Your rival has fallen. Follow my light.
change things up. This, then. Done there.
When the armies of Kronos marched on Olympus, mighty Poseidon split the very land asunder, and so the gods contend with naval forces now.
Not a mistake, an opportunity.
The darkness of these waters brings about a certain peace, doesn't it, sister? There. What was it? You truly take me for a fool, believing I would drink from this. You could have ensorcelled the contents in any number of ways to drive me to madness, or worse.
I swear to you upon my father's name that I've done no such thing. And it would have obviously spoiled if I had. Do you want to see me drink it first?
No. I can dispose of it myself.
Olympus is fortunate to have your strength and service, son of Zeus.
I served the gods all right. Served them a long time, one tall order after another. They brought me fame, glory, everything. They never get enough of me.
But you've had enough of them. Then, what are you doing here?
My work history can demonstrate I never get enough of them, either. I take a job, I do it. I fight
The
on.
ship's helm.
Behold the stars. Such terrifying might.
This way. What's good here? Just what I needed. tentacles does this thing have? Ships have fallen in that maw.
You never even got to see the palace proper, my dear. It's not presentable anyhow. Perhaps by the time your father's house is back in order, ours shall be as well. I quite insist you visit at that point.
Vested in me. Black flagship. In the name of Hades. Shored up. Which way now? his name. Fight back. They're gone. End of the line. Hear me, on my authority. Farewell, Lord Charon. You.
See anything different about me, babe? Probably not. I haven't changed a bit. But you know what has is the adamant rail. I mean, just look at it.
That must be someone else's aspect of the rail. Perhaps you did or said something to make it change its form. Though this could have been my doing as well.
There you go. Always trying to take all the credit for yourself. Well, the rail doesn't answer to you, it answers to me. And I've already figured out all the new stuff it can do. Now watch this.
was unable to prevail.
Into the purse.
A hidden secret of the ancient weapon wielded by the erratic embodiment of strife proved not quite unpredictable enough to take the underworld princess off her guard.
May the Rail's next bearer be more responsible. Come on, Tula. them. Out of shells. Lady Demeter! Area clear. In you go. Remember me, Talos? Or just attack me right away? You picked the wrong target. Olympus, I accept this message. have right now. Olympus, I accept this message. Victory. Cheers, Tula.
I ever tell you about the time I traveled east, across the seas? There's quite an island over there. Good people, too. You ever been to other parts of what? Whoa! Hey, nice. More nectar always good to have around in case the wine runs out. Not that it ever does or ever will. Now, what exactly do we toast to next?
To emerging from peril unscathed, or whatever you decide. I know maintaining high morale is paramount, especially with the mountain under siege.
Cheers!
I think you should be able to come out now, as the greatest threats facing your mountain are gone for the most part. Well, granted there are vicious satyrs out there still.
Hey, easy with the satyr talk. It really isn't cool. You think my satyr friends here ever talk that way about us gods? Now, what do you mean, greatest threats?
Typhon, the father of all monsters, Kronos, the titan of time, the former utterly destroyed, the latter pacified. The war is over. Olympus is secure.
The war is over? Hear that, everybody? The war is over! If that's not cause for celebration, I don't know what is. So grab a drink, take a dip, shake your hips, you know it, yeah!
You won't be leaving here, will you?
No way, baby.
You dare. No shells. Target sighted. Thank the fates.
I am.
I see everything.
More ashes.
I knew it. The future is a series of fixed points. Not even my master believes this to be true, but I have seen the many possibilities. The only question is, which is our destination?
You fill my mind with this nonsense. Not even the three fates know entirely what the future holds, for they are always weaving.
They were always weaving, yes. I know that you know that they weave no longer now. Yet moment by moment the future still unfolds. Let us give shape to it ourselves.
Yeah. Prometheus. If Prometheus knows everything that's going to happen, then he must know I'm not giving up.
That jar I mentioned, filled with all the bad stuff, I opened it. I wanted to know what was inside. And it went whoosh. I let just about everything out into the world, into our lives.
What? Why would you have done a thing like that? How did you even come across this jar?
It was a wedding gift from the Olympians. Prometheus, whom I remember now, interesting guy. He had a hunky brother, and we sort of hit it off.
So the gods wanted you to have a jar full of terrible things. That seems an odd sort of present to give to... Who even were you?
Just some woman. But there weren't too many of us then, and I don't think the gods liked Prometheus much. So, anyway, the next time any mortal stubs their toe, pays taxes, gets the sweats, anything like that, it's on me.
Even if what you say is true, you make it sound as though you'd no intention to do it. So it's not your fault.
The thing is, I did do it. So it is my fault. I'm gonna go.
Dora?
Princess? I've come to value our companionship, Princess. So there's something you should know about me in case it becomes pertinent to us. I'm promised to another, by the Fates.
Promised to another as in you are betrothed? Well then, congratulations are in order, I should think. Though, to whom, if I may ask? If the Fates even let on.
Well, at the risk of being overly direct, I've concluded that she isn't you. The Fates described her as the morning light, whose luminance breaks through the darkness and reveals the beauty of the world. You're, well, different than that.
Oh, that could be Eos, I suppose. I know her sister Selene the moon rather well, but am not very familiar with Dawn. Are you supposed to seek her out?
I fear I do not know. She and I are to meet at some point, but apparently not yet. When first you and I met, I thought perhaps that I might find her in this place.
It's dark here. I don't think you shall.
I realize that now.
The fated list of minor prophecies. I'll just clean this up.
How many is that? Right when you trotted over to me here, I wish you'd bring another nectar since I'm out. And lo and behold, it's like you're a mind reader. Or a dream weaver.
Advanced techniques I haven't mastered yet. Besides, pure intuition still is our most powerful tool in cases such as this. I simply had a feeling you were up for another bottle.
Way to make it sound like I'm some big experiment for you. Keep poking and prodding, and eventually you'll get through my defenses and see the real me. Well, this is it. And you know what? I don't want your nectar anymore.
Including the one I just gave you?
No, I'll keep that one. Oh, what gives? The adamant rail's back to normal. I must have hit a hidden switch on it or something, but it doesn't even work here, let alone transform.
Take the hint, Eris. You may be the bearer of the rail for the time being, but it doesn't answer to you alone. Even if it lets you aim and shoot.
If only it let me aim and shoot right now. You better not be behind this trouble. Or if you are, you change it back. I liked it more the other way.
It can hear you, you know.
Things did not go well last night, but that's all in the past.
What news? Hermes informed me that Prometheus redoubled his attacks upon Olympus after he fended you aside. Have I not trained you how to withstand flames?
If only all he had was flames, but no, he has a vicious eagle pet and more. What of Olympus? What has he done?
He's kept the gods on their back foot, never fully committing his forces, avoiding fights he cannot win. Frustrating adversary, even if he shall not prevail.
Why not?
He's but one titan against a dozen or more gods.
How is old Polyphemus, anyhow? Slowed down a bit since he was young, perhaps? I scarce was any match for him, but I was merely mortal, whilst you.
He's territorial, though seems much more concerned with sleep and appetite than any other cause. So you really blinded him, then?
I did, and only wish he had another eye so that I could have done it twice. For evidently he is not remorseful in the least for what he did, and as you plainly see, neither am I.
I'll get him for you.
Good.
Live and thrive. Should be of use.
And that concludes our little orientation. Any questions? Shoot. Halfway to victory, kiddo. But to earn the gifts of the Veil, one must conquer the underworld and the surface realms upon a fearful night, each in turn. You up for it?
For the glory of the underworld and the everlasting rule of night, I would do everything in my ability. Whether that makes me worthy of the gifts of the Veil, I know not.
Come on, what kind of attitude is that? You did the underworld already, now you just gotta do the surface, and the gifts are yours. First one of them, at least. Come on, do it.
Okay.